Guys, and welcome back to another Access 72 video, and in today's video I'm back with another interview and I'm here with Jacob Robinson. Jacob, how are we?
Yeah, good, thanks. How are you, mate?
I'm great, thank you very much for doing this interview, mate.
That's no problem, man. No problem.
Alright, and so am I right in saying you're a 28-year-old featherweight who's 9-1?
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Okay, great. Well, if you're on your around here and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Like if you do indeed like video, and let's get straight into it. So, the question which I always like to start off with, why did you start boxing?
Yeah, so I started boxing really mainly through my dad, really. Obviously, my older brother was also a pro boxer, so yeah, just through them two, really. Just followed them two down to the gym and just sort of started from there, say from about 8, 9. Yeah, just went from there, really.
Great. And so, do you then remember what happened in your first amateur fight?
Yeah, so I started pretty late, so I started early, but then obviously competing properly. I was about 14, about 14 when I had my first amateur fight. So and yeah, just from there, my first amateur fight, I won a novice title, Welsh novice title, and just went from there really. Just got a bug for it.
Definitely. And so, other than the Welsh novice title, did you win any other achievements in the amateur time?
Yeah, so I won 3 normal Welsh titles then. I had like a walkthrough 1 year, and then I won a youth title. Senior, I got to like a semi-final, and then I think one year I got to like the final of the British. I thought I won that, but yeah, no, I didn't really have that many amateur fights really. I had about 18, 19 in total, so not that many really.
No, in a short time you managed to achieve a lot, and so why did you end up turning over when you did?
Yeah, so I think my style was really mainly better for the pro really. Didn't really have many opportunities as an amateur because of obviously certain things, certain ways with the whole like Welsh select and all that. But I did try out 2014 Commonwealth Games. But at the time it was like Andrew Salby in my weight. It was like 52 kilo. But yeah, it was just little things really. They just wouldn't really like picking me for like certain things. So that's why I really turned over really in the end.
Fair enough. And so, out of the 9 fights in which you've gotten the wins in, which one would you say you've performed your best in?
I'd say probably my last title fight. Yeah. So my last fight, my fight before. So yeah, I'd say that fight really. I'd say was my best performance really.
And how was it fighting for the Welsh area title? Was it a thing you'd always wanted to do?
Of course, yeah. So yeah, it was obviously a great achievement really because obviously my dad won that title at the same weight. I think it was like something like 20, 25, 26 years ago.
That's great.
And but yeah, so it was a good achievement really. So both in the same weight class as well, and winning the same title. So yeah.
Yeah, you're following in his footsteps, and so you have gotten, of course, the 9 wins, but you have gotten the singular defeat. And so, how tough was it to bounce back from that defeat?
Yeah, so with my last fight, it was a bit of a hard pill to swallow, to be honest, because like going into the fight, I'd say well, good few months before it was going good my training, and obviously I picked up a wrist injury I did my left wrist, so it hindered my training. I had like two cortisone injections, so obviously try and get through training camp and then obviously try and get through my fight. But basically, I should have really pulled out of the fight really, but because obviously I come off my Welsh title fight, I just wanted to fight. Obviously, it was a Commonwealth title shot, it was a big opportunity, and I've been sort of waiting for a big opportunity really. To be honest, I've had a few decent performances in my previous fights, and I just wanted an opportunity really to fight for that a big domestic title. But basically, I should have really pulled out of the fight, but you can't buy really experience really, can you? So obviously I went 12 rounds with Nathaniel. He's a good fighter. I wouldn't say he's a massive puncher, but he's a decent puncher, good boxer. Kept his distance. wasn't really much in the fight, but obviously the way they scored it was like it looked pretty one-sided as they scored it. But there was a lot of close rounds, but
Mm.
it's what it is. Really, you just got to bounce back from it, really. And I know where I went wrong, really. So
Definitely, and so, but I respect that even though you weren't like feeling the best going into the fight, you still went and took the fight, and you said like, oh, you probably should have dropped out, but I respect that you still went in and did it. Some certain fighters might have like properly dropped out or just like not given 100% to the fight, but you seemingly tried to give it everything you got, and unfortunately it didn't come out for you. But I respect that you still went in and you still made the effort.
well, that's it, really. And the end of the day is that's the risk you take with boxing. Sometimes you see certain fighters that do it. They do go into fights with certain injuries, and sometimes put it off, but then sometimes they don't. It's just the risk you take. No excuses. Like I said, I took the fight. There's no excuses. Better man won on the day, and I just got to move on from it, and just bounce back.
Definitely. And so, am I right in saying you've got a fight for November 5th?
Yeah. So just under 2 weeks now, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
no, yeah, 9 days out now only. So yeah. So come back fight now is a 6 rounder. So just looking to get back out there now, and hopefully by early next year, some sort of title fight early next year. So
Definitely. And so, how's the preparation been going for this next fight?
yeah, much better. With the preparation. Not as much pressure. So obviously, with my last camp, it was I had an injury and stuff, and I had to sort of rush sparring, and with this one, it's been a little bit. It's not as much pressure, really. I could take my time a little bit more, and yeah, it just feels a lot better.
Definitely. And so, do you know who your opponent will be yet?
Yeah, so I was supposed to fight a Belgian guy, so and then now it's been changed. Like yeah, this morning now, I'm finding a guy from Nicaragua.
Mm-hmm.
I think he boxed Joe McGrail either a fight before or two fights before. So yeah, I think he's tough. I think he's a tough guy. I think he went the points with Joe McGrail. So yeah.
Tough opponent. And so, what would you say to any people who might not know who you are watching this? What kind of makes you interesting as a fighter?
Yeah, so I got an unusual style, as in how I fight sometimes. I punch pretty hard with both hands. Yeah, I'd say I'm pretty loose. I'm not really as in hands up when I'm at my best. I'm sort of like to relax a little bit, but yeah, just I go fight a bit, I go box a bit, so a bit of everything.
Definitely. Okay. And so, you are just at the early part of your career. I mean, you've already had a title fight, but yes, you are still very early in your career. And so, how far do you believe you can go?
Well, it's just trying to achieve my full potential really, because I think I could definitely win domestic titles. I know I got domestic titles in me. Like that's the most disappointing thing about it in my last fight. Just fulfilling your full potential. Obviously, going into that fight, well, it wasn't my full potential. So yeah, I know I definitely got domestic titles in me, and then whatever after that really,
Mm-hmm.
which is a bonus. So
Definitely. Okay. And so, I'll leave it with this final question, which I always like to ask. You've got a little bit of a platform here. Would you like to shout anything out?
yeah, so just shout out my coach. Obviously, my dad, who's my trainer, obviously does a lot for me. With everything with my training, and then my management team, Lee Eaton, with his new management team. Yeah, so he does a lot for me and stuff. So and yeah, my S&C coach Jake, he's a shout to him, and then just all my supporters who just bought tickets now for this fight as well. So obviously it's my comeback fight. I know I lost my last fight, but I appreciate the support for obviously the people who bought tickets as well.
Definitely. Okay. Well, thank you very much for doing this interview, mate.
Thanks a lot, man. Thanks, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you me having me on the show. So yeah,
Definitely. Any time, and maybe a little bit further along down the line when you're back fighting for titles, we can come back and do another interview.
definitely, man. Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Great. Okay. Well, if you are new around here and you haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you're doing the like video, and thanks for watching.